Hello everybody, Lucas Haneman here. Welcome to this week's episode of Guitar Tone Tuesday. Hope you guys are doing well this week. I know I am. It's been lots of fun getting into the summertime here. You know, the weather's getting warmer. Life is good. Can't complain. Now, today's episode is about a little experiment I'm doing with this guitar. You know, I realize I've been releasing a lot of videos lately which are saying, check out this guitar, you know. But this is more about a mod that you can do to your guitar. And as you can hear, I've certainly done a mod to this guitar. It's much deeper than usual. And the reason being is that I got some of these strings for this guitar. These are D'Addario baritone guitar strings, 14 to 68. Now, if you guys have been following this channel for a long time, you'll recall that in about 2020 or so, I got really bored because there were no gigs. And I did an experiment with this guitar where I tuned it like this, to like a baritone tuning. But I used a set of, I think it was like 13 to 50 or something like that. Maybe 13 to 56 gauge strings, something like that, on this guitar. And they were good, but then eventually they died, and then I went back to standard. And then those strings died, and then I thought, you know what am I going to do? So I'd been watching this guitar player named Ariel Posen, who's a really awesome instrumental guitar player, also has a very great voice, from here in Canada. And he said that he put a set of, I believe it was 17 to 70 gauge strings on his standard scale length, 25.5-inch scale length guitar. And he got his from a company called Stringjoy. And I thought that was really cool. So I had to look online, and the closest thing I could find was this set of 14 to 68 D'Addario baritone strings. And I thought, you know what, are these actually going to work? And lo and behold, on this guitar, they have. So the low B string, in this case, is a 68 gauge, which is really, really stout. It almost feels like a bass string. And the high B string is a 14. Okay, so it's kind of like getting a B string from a set of 10 gauge strings, I suppose, and then going way down from there. So it's an interesting thing. The tuning here: B, E, A, D, F sharp, and then B. So it's a fourth lower than a regular tuned guitar. But I gotta say, I am enjoying these strings more than the kind of floppier, down-tuned 13-gauge strings I had on this guitar before. And the big question in today's episode is, can you make this work? Well, I think it depends on the guitar, to be honest. You might have success with this, you might not. I think the reason why it's worked for me in this particular case is because the saddles on this bridge have a good amount of adjustability. So there's like the screws are pretty long, so I can kind of bring them forward if I need to, if the string is flat, which is often the case here when you get stouter strings on your guitar. So I've had to bring those saddles a little bit closer to the headstock. And the other thing that this guitar has working in its favor is this neck. I don't know if you guys can see this, but the neck on this guitar is very, very, very thick. I measured it one day with calipers, and I think down here at the first fret it's like 0.94, and at the 12th fret it stays around there, maybe 0.96. It's quite thick, and it's like a big C-shaped neck, pretty wide-ish nut width too compared to most electric guitars, which I like. This is a guitar built by a guy named Jesse Brown. and it's called a Brown Bear guitar. I've had this guitar for about 10 years now, or no, maybe 11 or 12 years now. It's been a long time. But yeah, this is the guitar now that I'm kind of experimenting with. I recently had a treble bleed installed in it so that when I roll the volume down, you maintain the highs with these Filtertron pickups. And it's just a cool guitar, man. I really love this thing. It's a rustic, original take on the telly, So anyways, I just wanted to play this guitar a little bit for you guys today so you guys can see how it sounds. I'm going to mic it up directly. I've got this 62 Fender Princeton non-reverb, and I've got an SM57 on it. So I'm going to play you guys out, and let me know if this is something you guys have ever tried, and have you had success with it or not, putting baritone strings on your standard scale length guitar. That's about it for this week. Please do enjoy the playing clips, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We'll see you guys again next Tuesday. Bye-bye.
Wow.